What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Don't know if you guys can hear that. It's been the soundboard. I still don't have it dialed in. Anyhow, I was told that Jamie Morgan Kaine did a new interview. Somebody interviewed him. This is about 3 months old, um, and we're gonna react to it. Those of you that haven't seen Jamie Morgan Kaine, go ahead and check out some of the other reactions I did to him. He's amazing. This is the guy that makes Chuck Norris nervous. Uh, took Bruce Lee's lunch money. It's amazing the stories. He's a vicious man. But here he goes again, and we're gonna start here. I'm an hour and 41 minutes in, uh, and this one it just says Jamie Morgan King tells his story. Well, let's hear it, Jamie.
Be somebody wants to be something, he's got to walk through the trials and tribulations to get there.
Yeah, we call him tomorrow man.
Yeah, I mean, a never be. Yeah, he buys the Harley stuff and he hangs out in the corner, and that's it. He's not going to ever have a bike. He's never going to. He just wants to have all the things. And I used to joke with people about that. I would take the Levi tags off my jeans and all the stitching, the chevron stitching or whatever. And I would take Harley Davidson off any tanks and stuff I had.
Listen to why. Right after this is when he's going to get back to his prison stuff. But listen to why.
I said, because first off, I didn't want a man's name on my ass, on my jeans. And I said, and then Harley Davidson, I'm not advertising for them. They didn't help me buy the goddamn bike. I had to buy it myself. Why am I going to advertise? And that's why it was always funny when I got out now. And I see everybody wearing all these really designers things, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking nobody's doing anything for you. You're giving them millions and millions of free advertising.
Where they give paying for it,
and paying for it. But that's why the women, when I've seen the women with the MK, the Michael Kors bag,
yeah,
I go, hey, thank you. And they go, what? I said, well, you got Morgan Cain bag.
It doesn't matter who interviews him. This guy has the corniest jokes. He swears that was fucking awesome. He should do stand up, but just tell his prison stories. But just tell his prison stories the way he tells them. It's amazing.
Some of them think it's funny, some of them don't. But
So you went to jail. What was the year you went to jail?
I got arrested in 1983 and actually went to prison in 1984. Funny enough, I went to prison on the other kid's birthday.
Wow.
So he has this whole story. You guys can watch the whole thing. And he was stolen as a child. All these things happen, and he knows every single detail. He was stolen and given away, but he knows every single detail. Amazing. Has he ever said how he knows every single detail of his birth and I think his conception and everything? How does he know so much? Who told him? Or did he make it all up? Is it just the prison stuff, or is it everything? Is he from the Isle of Man because he's a man's man? Like, this dude is amazing, man. But I want to see. We're not going to do a long review, but I want to see if he sticks to the same stories, man.
Wow.
February 27th. That was the day I arrived in the prison.
Subliminal messages right away throughout your life end up being such a big part of it.
Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy.
Holy shit. Shout out to the interviewer. He doesn't know. He's in another country. I see he's got the books. But I just noticed that's almost the same tattoo as Mike Tyson on his face. Whoa. That's a trip.
But
what was he you got out?
I got out.
That's not Mike Tyson. That's White Tyson.
I got released in December 18th of 2017 to immigration. And I went to immigration for 2 months. And the thing was, the way it went down is, like I said, I'd been denied by the governor originally in 2013 and had to go 4 more years till I got found suitable and went back for the governor. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, oh, fuck, he's going to screw me again. I'm just thinking this because he waited till 2 days before the end of the chance for him to take it when he took it the first time.
So I got denied the first time for 5 years. And just so you guys know, when you go to board and you get found suitable in California state prisons, if you get found suitable, there's a 120-day review period. And then after the 120-day review period, the governor has another 30 days to review and decide if he's going to let you go home. And so it's a 150-day time period. If you have a dead body, that's when the governor has that review where he can say no if there's no dead body, because you can get a life sentence for 3 strikes. You can get a life sentence for attempted murder. So on those, he can only he can send you back for an en banc hearing where all the commissioners have to hear it, and they usually always support it because they don't second guess their colleagues. But there's a little background for you. He's saying they waited 2 days. It's happened.
So I'm like, oh God. So
Wow,
suddenly,
so you thought you was getting out in 2 days' time,
in 2013,
and then he froze.
and then they
Tell you you're not getting out.
told me I'm not getting out. Yeah, and
Wow.
so then the next time, 2017, I'm like, I've still got like a month to him to take it, right? Or 20 days, something like it. It'd been on his desk about 10 days, about 20 days left. I'm sitting there, I'm thinking he's gonna wait till the end and just do me again. I'm just thinking this, right? And everybody's like, no, he won't do you again. I said, well, Cowboy down the road, yeah. I said, they've done it to him 5 times. I said, once they walked him all the way down to R&R, dressed him out, and the parole officer walked him to the gate.
That's a lie. Hold on.
Before the governor said no. And
That's a lie. Who's Cowboy? That's a lie. Once you're already assigned to the parole office, it's because the governor signed off on you. They don't just see, these things work with people that don't know the system. For you, like, it doesn't even get assigned to a parole officer until it's been signed off on. It can't. As far as I know, that's not even possible. So this dude said he was being escorted out, and then the governor said no. It's got to be signed off on by the governor. Not a good start, Jamie. Well, par for the course.
they took him back in and under. Yeah.
Oh
So
my
I said they can be really cruel about this kind of stuff, right? So I'm sitting there. Phone call comes in at like 5 minutes to 5 in the afternoon. You're going to be leaving at 2:30 in the morning. You're being paroled to Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Oh yeah, okay.
Come down and sign the papers now. The counselor's there for me to sign my papers. So
Who's he on the fucking phone with? And then, wait, this don't make no sense. He's going like this when he's talking. You can only do that with the counselor in the counselor's office, but he's saying now he's got to go down to the counselor's office. Who in the fuck? Who is that? Vato got a bat phone? He got the bat. He's that. He got the hotline. Hotline bling. Come on, lifers. I know lifers watch the channel. You listen to this? This guy's supposedly representing. He's one of us. And he's on the phone, but he's not in the counselor's office, and they're telling him to go to the counselor's office. Where? This is weird.
I run down, I sign it, I get my copies, I run back up. Everybody in the wing knows because the cops tell them all, yeah. So guys come up, oh man. Funny enough, half the guys on the wing who I've known for years and years and years are like, oh, fuck you. And they walk back to their cells. Because the whole thing is that they weren't saying fuck me because they were mad at me. They were saying fuck me because the fact is I was no longer one of them. I was going to be a free man. And they didn't want, and I had guys tell me, don't ever write me. Don't ever write me. Do not hang into this. Do not keep in touch with us because we don't want to drag you. We want you to fly. Just drop us. We're rocks. We're weights. And then there were a few.
Wow, this is a very sentimental prison. Just drop us, man. Just forget about us, Jamie. Wow, that's a trip. Normally, lifers would be like, "Hey, homie, if you can, homes, if you got time, send me a picture. Hey, let me know how it is out there," because they've been down a long ass time as well. You know, hey, get out there and kick some ass, homie, and if you can, send me a picture, homes. I never met somebody. "Hey, just forget about us, man. They fucked you. You're not one of us no more." All right, homes. I believe your story though, Jamie Morgan Kaine.
Few that I had that said, please let me know how things are out there, because when you're in and you're doing a lot of time, you can watch all the watch all the TV shows, read all the magazines, listen to all the radios, all that stuff. You really don't know. You think you do. You think, oh, I'm staying up on everything. I know what's going on. I know what this is. I know that. You don't.
Did you think you was going to come out to the same world that you left before you went in?
I believed that I was coming out to a world that I had a grip on. I knew it had changed. I mean, just in general, I knew, because we were at that time, we, like I said, we had MP3 players and we had, so I knew things had changed. But I thought, generalization way.
MP3 players. Where was this at? Where do they have MP3? What yard? What institution has MP3 players? The fuck is an MP3 player? I don't even have an MP3 player still, and I've been out. This month will be 7 years I've been out. They had MP3 players, so he was ready for the world.
It wasn't going to be that much different. We didn't have flying cars like they kept promising us all those
I was
years
waiting
ago.
for them 2000.
Yeah, I mean, they said we were going to have all that kind of stuff. So so I thought in a lot of ways that we were going to have it. But when it happened, I go to immigration, and the first thing that they gave me, my counselor gave me this brochure, and it's a booklet saying you'll be taken to immigration detention. You will no longer be a prisoner. You're now just a detainee. And they show this brochure, and it shows you in beautiful, clean environment, nice big lounge areas, watching these huge TVs, all this stuff. No. I get turned over to the Sacramento County Sheriff's. They have like an extension ranch thing where they rent out sections for different government agency, and they had immigration had rented one of their, a couple of their dorm 200-man dorm things. And that's what I went to. So it was like dirty, crappy, worse than a lot of the prisons I'd been in and all stuff. But I'm there, and they're all guys waiting, trying to fight. 90% of them are wanting to stay in the States. They're Mexicans, they're Central Americans, South Americans, Asians, Africans, Middle Easterners, and they're wanting to stay, right? Me, I'm wanting to go. I can't wait to go. Please take me now, right? Yeah. And I'd had deportation order since 2009 that says, that you are to be deported back to UK. You're illegally in our country. So I thought back when they gave me my deportation notice, I thought I was going to leave then. Of course, that didn't happen, right? Because they said, we got to wait for CDC to give you to us. So I'm sitting in the immigration thing, and I see this little Mexican guy sitting over here.
Oh my God! Every time it's always a little Mexican guy. Jamie Morgan Kaine is like 5'6". Who's a fucking midget? Who the fuck? How you calling somebody little, you fucker? Hey, but every time somebody mentions a Mexican, they're always like, "Hey, there was this little Mexican guy." Come on, Holmes. There's some very tall Mexicans. There's a lot of 6-footers in my family. Mexicans. I got one primo that's 6'6". And this motherfucker's 5'6". Talking about I ran into a little Mexican. This motherfucker, he's talking about a cockroach or something. This fucker, son of a bitch.
Pack like this, papers. It's like, the fuck is that, right? And I walk over and say, "What do you got?" "Oh, I'm trying to get asylum." He goes, "They say I got to fill this out, and I got to turn it into. I got to get to the court." I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking. I said, "Do you read and write English?" He goes, "No." He goes, "I don't even read and write Spanish." He goes, "I could speak it, but I've never been to school." "Well, you got to fill this out in English. It's 100 pages. And it's all about everything, your history, why you're afraid to go back to your country, blah, 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 blah. Couldn't do it. Didn't have any idea how to do this. So I'll tell you what.
Here we go.
Mind if I help you? "Oh, no, that's great." It's okay. I've been a clerk. I've worked for captains and lieutenants and sergeants and psychs and everything.
He's also done surgeries. While he was in the California Department of Corrections, he's done surgeries. Make sure you go back and watch that. His hands are inside the guy's guts. It's fucking trip, man. So he's done basically every job. He was at one point they were thinking about appointing him as a warden, but the vote didn't go his way.
I've filled out a lot of forms, so I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
So, so I sit down and start talking to the guy, and I'm filling this thing out. And I get it. We get it all filled out, and I said, knocked at the door. I see you comes. I said, hey, I need you to stamp this. It needs to be going to the court. Gives me the dead stare. Comes back, stamps it, gives the guy a receipt. That makes it's going to go to court because he gave the guy a receipt. His name's on it, so he has to. But he's not worried about it really at the moment. He's just kind of pissed off that I'm involved, right? Because unfortunately, I speak pretty good American. And so it's like 5 days later, the kid comes over to me and drops a whole bunch of canteen on me, candy bars and chips and stuff. And he goes, oh, thank you. They've accepted it in the court. Oh, okay. That doesn't mean anything. It just means the court's now checked it. And I said, okay, well, it's done properly, basically.
Yeah.
Now we're going to look at it. Okay.
Where are we going with this?
Next thing I know, I got guys coming over going, would you do mine? Would you do mine? I got nothing else to do.
That's where we're going.
They're watching.
That's where we were going with this. Vato's he's a superhero, right? He's the man of the people. He's the fucking people's champ. Yeah. He's the fucking people's champ. Everywhere he goes, man. He fights for the little guy. In prison, he went against one of the fucking big four, one of the groups that's known like to fucking really be killers. Like he went against them. Fought him in the ring, punching him in the balls, their eyes rolled back. Make sure you watch the videos, man. The reactions I did are great, but you can watch the originals. Watch this one. Check out his channel. I apologize for not saying the name of your channel. I didn't look at it. I did respond to him though. So, but yeah, man, the people's champ, Jaime Kaine.
Soap operas on the TV.
Mm.
There are no books in there to read. So, okay, what the hell? So I write and I write and I write and I write. And I do.
Basically, let's like keep things in mind, right? Everything in perspective. So everybody there, they don't know how to read and write in English. They're all stupid. Bear in mind, he was a baby and he was kidnapped and he went across the sea, and the sea was bumpy, but he made it. You know, he swam on a dolphin at one point, like all kinds of crazy shit, right? But there are other people that are Mexican and whatever that were brought here when they were babies, went to public schools, got in some trouble, and but none of those guys were sent to his housing, wherever he was housed. Only the dumb ones. So there he's the champ, the people's champ, and thank God for Jaime Morgan Kaine, man.
I don't know. I can't remember now, but it was like 46 or 47 of these packets I do in the 2 months I'm there.
Of course. You would have done 1,000.
More than half had been granted by the court and given these guys asylum in the first month I was there.
Wow.
Yeah. They were just getting granted.
Yeah.
Ice Agent, I'm up there. I'm up at 2:30 in the morning. It's the only time I could get TV and watch something of any decent thing.
Yeah.
And I'm watching some sci-fi movie, and all of a sudden, door opens. This Ice Agent walks in and goes, "Kaine, come here." And I walk over, and he goes, "I could kick your ass." I went, "Yeah." I said, "Well, they tell you it's been kicked before, and they'll probably get kicked again at some point." He goes, "Stop it." He goes, "Stop what?" He goes, "Stop doing these fucking asylum packets for these guys." So why? He goes, "Because they're getting granted." He goes, "The 4 years I was here before, we only had 2 ever get presented." And
so the counselor, did he say it was a counselor? So the counselor's there at 2:30 in the morning, huh? Oh, he's working a little overtime, right? A counselor, 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, that makes sense. It all fits together, and the pieces are really starting to fit together. Jaime Morgan Kaine. In 4 years that guy's been there, only 2 were granted, man. He got 20 of them granted in a month. Fucking courts move fast there, man. Oh yeah, Jaime. Thanks. On behalf of all the people who can't read and write because they're too stupid to ever figure it out, man. Thank you.
They got denied. So far, every one you've done has been granted.
Oh my.
And I go, okay. He goes, so stop it. I said, get me out of here. Send me home. The only way I'm gonna stop. I got nothing else to do. Got nothing else going on here. Right. And the guys have been making me burritos and bringing me sodas stuff for doing them for me. And I never asked them for it, but it was their, I want to do this because you're doing this for me.
Yeah.
And
Why
he
are you
tells
laughing?
me, I could take you out of this, take you to a room and just kick your ass. And I said, yeah. And I said, that would look good on your resume. 25-year-old man kicking a 64-year-old man's ass. Yeah, that'll look good. So, of course, you got to go on the other way. What happens if the 64-year-old man kicks the 25-year-old man's ass? That won't look.
Are we supposed to, we're not supposed to do the math, right? At all? We're not supposed to do the math. So the guy has been there 4 years. Follow along. Started working there when he was 21. He had already got all of his degrees and everything because he's a counselor, right? So yeah, he's like Doogie Howser. He's a child prodigy, and he graduated at 17 with all his honors, everything, and then started working for the CDC, at 21, and I mean not CDC, excuse me, for INS. Sacramento, whatever. I it's hard for me to know his lies. I'm trying to keep up with them, Jaime. But yeah, he's 25 now, and Jaime somehow knows his age. That he knows his age. Jaime doesn't even know when he was born, supposedly, right? But he knows he's 65. But how does he know the other guy's 25 and he's been there 4 years? Yeah, I apologize for trying to make sense of this bullshit.
So good, Will. I said, oh, wait. Yeah, you probably get another dozen 25-year-olds, and the 13 of you can kick my ass. That will really work. It won't. Fuck you. And he walks away, right? Okay. Yeah. So I'm still doing my thing. Every morning at about 2:33, paper would flip out of the guard's tower, and that would tell people who was going to court, who was being deported, all this stuff. Comes down. We had a tank leader, for better name. He was the lead porter, but he was the guy who would go get the paperwork. And he goes, Kaine, you're leaving. This is only 2 weeks later. This thing's okay. So, the guys came over. Oh man, thank you so much. And
why is there a porter out at 2:30 in the morning? So when he was still incarcerated, he was told he was going to leave at 2:30 in the morning. The counselor comes and cusses him out and threatens to beat him up at 2:30 in the morning. And they always let everybody know, this guy's got a thing for 2:30 in the morning. But why is there a porter out at 2:30 in the morning? That's what I don't get. Everywhere I've been, I've never been to INS. Those of you that have, hopefully there's some that know how to speak and type. Because, according to Jaime, you're just little dirty, dumb Mexicans. I know I added some adjectives in there, but you know what I'm saying. Did you guys have the porters running around at 2:30 in the morning to let you know when you're leaving, or was it staff? Just curious, because that's how it is in prison. They come and let you know, hey, get ready, you're leaving. But apparently here, porters run around at all times of day.
And he's telling them, oh, yours has been granted. You're getting asylum. You'll be out here this afternoon. Because when they got asylum, when they were granted asylum, they were released that day. And there was 2 or 3 others that got granted asylum when I was going out to be deported. So they take me there, or they take me out of the jail, and they strip you out and all this stuff, body, orifice search you and all that kind of shit. Take you out, put you in the van, you're dressed, drive me, and they're driving me over to the ICE office. Well, while I'm sitting there, I'm leg chained, waist chained, handcuffed, sitting in this thing, and there's a cop sitting in the back, and he's got his hand on his pistol. And I go, well, one of us is nervous. It's not me. And he's like, well, I don't know what you're going to do. Well, I'm leg chained. Wait,
None of this makes sense, man. So a guy that's getting released is an escape risk. They only put the shackles and waist chains on you for an escape risk. But this guy's, what are they sitting in that the guy's facing him with his hand on his gun? And one of us is nervous, and it's not me. The fuck is up with them fucking faces he makes?
waist chained and handcuffed. What do you think I'm going to do? Well, I got to be careful. He says, because you've been pretending to be one of us all these years, and you're really one of them. What? You're an alien. Yes, I am. I'm from a planet far, far away in a galaxy long, long ago. Yeah, the fuck you? Because I'm not American, but I pretended to be American all these years. So I'm not one of us. I'm one of them. You know, and I had people get mad at me when I got my British citizenship acknowledged. They're like, I thought you were an American. And then they were suddenly mad. I mean, I had people putting bulldogs with nooses hanging, pictures hanging up on my door. I had lobster back, go home, lobster back, shit like that stuck on my cell door. And I'd come out and go, okay, who the fuck put that there? Yeah, you guys, said you're cowardly guys, man.
They do though. Obviously, like, you've lived in America, so you see that they bleed the colors. But as soon as they find out that you ain't one of them,
you're there for you're there for no good reason.
Yeah.
So anyway, they take me to the ice.
What? Hey, can I get a word from the woodpile? Do you guys give a fuck that this guy is actually British? Yeah. Who would give a fuck that somebody else is the United States is a fucking melting pot of everyone from the world, the whole world. This dude is a trip.
Office. I go in there and they doing their paperwork and stuff. And they go, okay, you can only have one set of clothes. You only wear what you're wearing. Okay. And you can only have this and this, and they threw all this other stuff away. You only have this stuff. And luckily, I'd sent a lot of stuff back to the UK long before I left the prison. When I knew when I'm starting to get closer to the governor saying, just as a safety precaution, I send stuff away, knowing I can have some things sent back, but it's just to make sure I don't lose things, And that's how I got some of my photographs and stuff I'd sent them. So anyway, I go through that, and they go, okay, now we're going to the Sacramento airport. We get there, and they said, oh, we were going to put you on a straight through British Airways, but they won't let us keep you handcuffed.
But yeah.
So we got to go Delta. We got to have a drop off in Atlanta, Georgia, and blah blah blah.
Because you have to have guards that go with you.
I have two ICE agents.
Dropped you off.
2 ICE agents with me, and then in Atlanta, Georgia, we pick up an air marshal. But I've got these 2 ICE agents. Now they've got me chained here. They go, now we're going to put this sweatshirt over your hands so nobody can see the handcuffs, and then we're pulling your shirt out over the waist chain so nobody can see that. Act like you're just a normal person. I said, well, then quit holding my elbows. I said, because it looks really funny, like we're having some kind of weird menage a trois with two big guys holding my elbows as we walk everywhere. Like my hands were up in his.
I wonder if this was happening at 2:30 and they were both 25-year-olds. You think so? You think if he asked me what time of the day was this, he's gonna say, "Come on, now, 2:30 in the morning." This dude, he
sweatshirt,
very sensory.
I mean, come on. If anybody's showing us off, you guys are throwing us off, right? You guys are in suits. I'm dressed in in casual stuff.
Yeah.
So we go over, and normal people like yourselves go through one check-in. I've got to go through this other one because I'm in custody type thing. They take me in this room. They take the waist chain.
First of all, I don't believe he was handcuffed. I don't believe any of that crap. Why? You're not an escape risk. You're going home. First of all. Second of all, if you just did 34 years and you said in hell, sounds like it wasn't that bad the way you tell it. The fact that you're out is like, hell yeah, fuck these cops. I'll wear these cuffs all day long. I wouldn't give a fuck. A lot of F-bombs. I got to watch that. I wouldn't give a damn. I'm out. Let's do this. but he's got to make it like the most miserable. I'm gonna go ahead and end this here, because I don't think he's gonna tell any jail stories, which is unfortunate. He tells the best. A lot of people think he's Wes Watson's dad. I don't think so. Wes is a little bit taller than him. Anyways, man, I'm gonna bring this one to a close. Let me see. Let me look over here for a second. I want to get this guy's channel. This is the Paul Stansby podcast. Paul Stansby podcast. Make sure you guys go ahead and check that out, man. Show him some love. Whoa, what just happened here? Let me get back over here. Let's blow this up. There we go. But that's my video for today, man. There's your new Jaime Morgan Kaine. I can't remember who was asking. A couple people asked me to react to it. This one wasn't as good because he wasn't doing the prison thing. It was just all about him being the people's champ, the savior of everyone that doesn't know how to read. And at that, he's the best. So with that said, everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, right? I'm out of here.